Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. So, things were a bit quiet where the Sussexes were concerned. And then all of a sudden, the news seemed to be coming from here, there, and everywhere. Um, Definitely caught me off guard, but I'll take it. I'm glad to have it. Um, Anyway, let me see here. Stall, stall, stall. Just 1 second, please. Just want to make that look nice. Okay. And yes, it's not your imagination. I have posted 2 videos today. And yeah, so this will be one live. And then there were 2 videos I posted today. Your eyes do not deceive you. Okay. Also, that song, They Not Like Us, is just stuck in my head. I cannot get rid of it. All day. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I cannot break free of that song. And the worst part is, I don't even know if I want to. I just listen to it over and over again. It's got a good hook. Or as they used to say on American Bandstand, it's got a great beat and it's easy to dance to. Remember that? Every time they would ask the kids what they thought of the song, they say, well, it has a great beat and it's easy to dance to. So that's how I would describe Not Like Us. Bun, dun, dun, dun. Bun, dun, dun, dun. I mean, it just, that's the lick right there, okay? It's lit. Okay, let me see who was here first. TMCD, thank you so much for being here first. Dun, 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 dun. They not like us. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, take that away. And, okay, and I'll say hi to everyone else as I go along. Dun, 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 dun. They not like us. Dun, 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 dun. I can't stop it. I can't stop it. I don't want to stop it. Okay, Harry and Meghan going to Colombia. Well, well, well. I hope they're careful because, well, Geraldine White. What is Jerry here? Oh my goodness, you're here tonight. All right, never failed. Thank you for my entire Sussex family. Beautiful birthday celebration. Discharge from hospital today. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. And thank you, all of the Sussex squad, for your prayers. Just in case you missed it yesterday, let me share that with you. Okay. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I didn't put this in the community tab. I have been neglecting my community tab. But yes, many happy returns of the day. Happy birthday. And so glad you're feeling so much better. Miracles do happen. Okay. They're not like us. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, thank you so much. I've caught on. I caught on. Sometimes I'm not looking when I should, but today is not one of those days. Okay. And again, thank you so much for being here. And gosh, I forgot how many months of membership Jerry has, but Jerry goes back a long way. Okay. So, and also the 5 grandkids in college. Little bell for that. All right. Now, we need a round of applause for this young lady right here. Now, if I'm correct, I believe that Simone Biles, is she like the most decorated women's gymnast ever? I think so. Okay. Yeah, I did step away, but I'm back. Okay. And let's see here. Gold, gymnasts all around, women's all around. Okay, so yes, I think she is. Let me check your comments because you guys usually correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, I think that's it. And she was wearing a necklace. I think it's a diamond goat, greatest of all time, goat, 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 greatest of all time. She deserves it because we're not like her. Dun 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 dun. Okay, and now the greatest royals of right now. The greatest royals of right now. I'm going to save of all time. I'm going to save that for Princess Diana. But I'm going to just say for right now, the most influential royal couple on the planet, right? The most popular royal couple on the planet. Now, there's popular and there's famous. Somewhere in between, these are the most famous royals, and I'm going to just say most popular. The little narrow band of people that they use to come up with their what do you call it? I'm not interested in that. Harry and Meghan are the most popular, period. I say so. Okay. And as you can see here, the Daily Beast, CBS, let me see, Presidencia, and El Principe, anyway, that's letting you know that Prince Harry and Meghan are going to Colombia. So we had the announcement about Colombia, also the CBS this morning. Now, that little background image I have right there, that's one of the dozens of images that they show every Sunday. They always have some variation of the sun, and that is yet another one. And take a look here. Meghan, one of the squatties shared that there is Meghan from Suits, let's say about 10 years ago, and Meghan today. Well, as you can see, she has been taking great care of her hair as she rarely wears it down. That's very important. When you are in the limelight, you want to take good care of your hair. Otherwise, you run the risk of damaging it. This is why so many people opt to use the wigs. And of course, it's over time, I think with the way productions work nowadays, they feel so much better about using wigs like Downton Abbey. I think just about everybody had a wig on Downton Abbey because it's easier. You can do their hair the night before, saves a lot of production time. Well, Meghan, of course, on Suits was using her own hair. She was using her own hair, but it just goes to show how well she is taking care of it. That all these years later, it still looks good because you can really damage yourself. And I forgot which product that was she was using, but that, and of course those jeans, those raglan jeans, keeping her looking so young and vital and beautiful. She has a glow about herself, or as they say, they're not like us. Whatever the case, I'm being shady. Oh, there's another birthday here. Let's see. Birthday blessing for Claudia Sims. Of course we will. Thank you so much for that, Lydia Washington. And happy birthday, Claudia Sims. Many happy returns of the day. Take a look here. There's the outfit. Oh, wait. There's the outfit. Oh, I cannot see. Okay. Ralph Lauren pants. I don't know who the top is. Oh, I think the top is also Ralph Lauren. And Cartier necklace. right? Cartier bracelet, and of course, the famous Cartier tank watch. Now, I believe that the white gold watch that she has worn, or I guess it's white gold, that one, of course, is the one that she purchased when she first started making money. When she first started getting some good money, she treated herself to the very, very famous Cartier tank watch. It is not the most pricey of the high end watches, but it's just got a classical form to it. And then, of course, there's the gold Cartier, which you see here. That is the one that belonged to Princess Diana. And so Harry inherited the gold Cartier and he gifted it to his wife. Why wouldn't he? And well, it looks very dramatic together. And as Harry and Meghan said early on, is that Diana was always going to be a part of this family's life. And I love that. I love that. You know, in the West, I don't think we honor, at least most people don't honor their relations like that. But some people do. And for those that do, I am very, very glad and impressed. So there we go. And wait, let me see which one is it? Oh, let's do a couple of more of these. Oh, Paul, thank you so much, Paulette Claude. Thank you so much for the super chat. And again, thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, now there you go. Just a little glance there. So, CBS This Morning, if you don't know, it's like a news magazine, video news magazine. It comes on Sunday mornings. And when you wake up on a Sunday, what's really cool about it is it's not like the typical world news with a lot of, negative images. A lot of these segments inform and it also celebrates people. And that's one of my favorite things. I've learned so much from watching CBS Sunday Morning show. And it's going to be nice to wake up Sunday and to have, and I'm sure probably by tomorrow, they're going to drop another promo for Sunday. Maybe, maybe. Let's hope they do. Let's hope they maybe tease us with two more of those. So we'll see. I hope so. Maybe even before I get off tonight, they may have another. And Jane Pauley. I used to love the Today Show with Bryant Gumbel and Jane Pauley. That was my show. That was my favorite network morning show. So I love Jane Pauley. She's like one of my favorite people. And I'm glad that they're going to be with her. I trust Jane Pauley. So one of my favorite people by far. She is a veteran of television. Yes, great with coffee, right? It is like not stressful. It's not, it doesn't, it just informs and it celebrates people. So I'm always for that. And then, of course, Harry chimed in a bit with what he had to say. Now, I did make a video. Well, you know what? I can do the little sound if you guys want to hear it. I can do the sound just in case, by some odd chance, that anybody missed it. I really doubt that's possible. But on the odd chance that someone may have missed it, I will play it. Okay. Nope. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
They're amazing. But all you want to do as parents is protect them. And so as we can see what's happening in the online space, we know that there's a lot of work to be done there, and we're just happy to be able to be a part of
you
change
hope
for good.
that when your children ask for help, someone is there to give it.
If you know how to help.
Thank you.
At this point, we've got to the stage where almost every parent needs to be a first responder, and even the best first responders in the world wouldn't be able to tell the signs.
Okay. All right. So that was the little soundbite. And we'll look, well, what a heavy subject for Sunday, but it's Harry and Meghan. All right. So on August 1st, it was announced that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will travel to Colombia for the next official international trip. Dates for the visit have not been released. The news was shared by Francia Marquez, Colombia's vice president and the first Black woman to hold the position. Marquez said in a statement, as the vice president of Colombia and minister of equity and equality and equity, that Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have kindly accepted my invitation to visit our beautiful country. Prince Harry and Meghan are set to visit Bogota, Cartagena, and Cali. Okay. TMCD, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, is it? You know what? I totally forgot that. Thank you so much. Yes, it is Jamaica Emancipation Day. I totally forgot. And I bet you I did not make a slide. But my goodness, I let slip that one. And I'm usually so good with my days. Okay, I do apologize. I did let slip that one. Okay. But yeah, all right. So thank you so much for the reminder. All right. And so there she is. That is the vice president of Colombia. First time that there's a Black woman in that position. She is the second highest officer in the executive branch of the national government after the president of Colombia and ranks first in the presidential line of succession. The vice president is indirectly elected together with the president in a 4-year term of office by the people of Colombia through the popular vote. Since the passage of the Article 102 Amendment in 1991 and the Colombian Constitution, the vice president may also be appointed by the president to fill a vacancy upon leave of absence or death, resignation, or removal of the president. Since the 1990s, the vice president has been afforded an official residence at the vice presidential house in Bogota, D.C., District of Columbia. Oh, okay. So there, we have a District of Columbia. Cool. But yeah, so pretty lady, and that, of course, is the vice president. I am so excited about this visit. I am so excited. So she issued the invitation. Harry and Meghan have agreed to go, and it is going to be magic. Raffaella Bertoni, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being here. So, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it like that, I think. Anyway, that is the invitation right there. Wait till you see what I have to show you all. Wait until you see what I have to show you. It should be criminal. But let me see. Oh, wait a minute. That's in Spanish. Como Vice Presidenta de Colombia, Ministra de la Igualdad y la. And you know what? And Harry and Meghan are invited. Muy bien. Que bueno. Okay. Now, let me show you something. One of the squatties shared some photos. Actually, two of the squatties. Look at that. Look at that. How beautiful. A burst of colors. I am so jealous. I wish I was going. Look at how beautiful that is. Wow. I don't know how close they are to the equator. I don't know what the climate is like, but I'm assuming with the mountains and, being so close to the equator, I'm sure the weather is beautiful most days. Look at that. What a view. What a view. Wait a minute. Is that the. Nope. I think that's a different church. I was looking at the one there. How gorgeous is that? And I love street art. I love murals. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I wish I could go with. Let me see here. CH, thank you so much for the Cash App. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning. Could you imagine? This must be very early in the morning. Looks like they just washed the streets down. Beautiful. Really? I did not know that. I did not know that. Now, this is what I could not wait to share with you. And so let's tie this in with our birthday celebration. The former Secretary of State went to Cartagena. And I mean, this is one of those, what happens in Cartagena stays in Cartagena. You guys didn't know that Hillary was capable of that, did you? But that is the real Hillary Clinton. I mean, she is turning it up. She is turning it up. And so shall we. Okay. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. George Nelly's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, Okay, so again, happy birthday to Claudia Sims and many happy returns of the day. So yes, that is none other than Hillary Rodham Clinton. And she is getting down with the get down. She is raising the roof. I remember when these photos first came out, right? But I only saw a couple of photos. There was more. There was more. Can you believe the former First Lady, United States Senator, and Secretary of State was over in Cartagena chugging a beer? Now, I don't know who was the Secret Service, but their work could not have been easy. Now, remember, as a first lady, she was going to have Secret Service anyway. And then, of course, the United States Senator, and then, of course, being a Secretary of State. Well, there was going to be some federal protection while traveling like that. And I mean to tell you, I had a newfound respect for the Secretary of State after these photos came out. She has got her buzz on. Look at that. I didn't know that there were so many photos. I wish that there was a video. I don't think there was a video. If there was, it may have been confiscated. Ah, I love this. This was just like well, okay, wait, one more. I think there's a couple more here. There you go. Yes, that is how the Secretary of State gets down. And then, of course, there's morning. What do you know? A thing of beauty is a joy until sunrise. Well, when the sun came up, the sunglasses went on, and the Secretary of State had to go back to work with a little bit of a hangover, but back to work. That's right. And what happens in Cartagena stays in Cartagena. And of course, the rest. But I tell you, as far as the State Department is concerned, Hillary Clinton is legend. She is legendary now when it comes to the State Department. Okay, so then there was the other video I made. This one, the real reason the real reason they're no longer speaking. The real reason they're no longer speaking. So it was a People magazine article. I think it was very fair, right? There was one part that I disagreed with, but otherwise, I think it was very fair. Because the Sussexes have relied upon the People magazine recently, doesn't mean everything that they say is accurate. But if it is true, it is very heartbreaking for Prince Harry that he has, for whatever reason, he's not in touch with his father. I always believe that there's some kind of backdoor connection or channel or something that they can use to talk if they need to. And, you know, Harry was very justified in everything that he said, the things that have been exposed. If you're going to crawl up in the bed with the devil, then there will be a price to be paid, right? And so William and Charles both made the decision. Charles first, of course. Charles is the reason why the tabloids have so much leverage when it comes to the royal family. Charles made a deal to try to recover from all of the things that happened between he and Diana. And then, even worse, he had to make more of a deal to somehow put that pathetic bag of bones to rub his adulterous relationship in our faces, especially in a moment as sacred as the coronation. In order to make that possible, he had to make some deals with the tabloid media. And so it was bad enough that Harry was, I would say, very neglected after his mother died. I mean, there he is leaving boarding school with his belongings in a garbage bag. There he is shopping at discount stores. He's running into TJ Maxx just before they close, hoping nobody notices him. And then, of course, after leaving TK Maxx, rather, after leaving TK Maxx, then of course, more insults in the tabloid media. Why does his clothes look like that? Why does he dress like that? Harry received an allowance that was very minimal. And when he did have like the open credit card, it was only for him to buy formal clothes that he needed for the affairs of state, whatever tour, whatever occasion. That was when they were more generous. Living in Nottingham Cottage, they didn't think that he deserved a palace of his own, a house of his own. A cottage is servants' quarters, right? And then, of course, there he is with that wingtip shoe. No doubt a quality shoe, but you can see there's a hole in the sole of the shoe. There was a lot of things that was clear signs of neglect, and nobody spoke up. Nobody cared. Long as he was quiet, didn't embarrass the family too much, and went about his business, that was the extent of anyone's concern. Yeah, the real Cinderella, right? That was the extent of anyone's concern. Um, William, on the other hand, they made sure he had the best of everything. And that is the latest revelation. With this inheritance that he's receiving, this financial windfall from the Queen Mother, is yet another reminder of the two versions of princes that were produced out of the same household. One pampered and catered to, and the other just kind of pushed along, um, left to caretakers and such. And I would I would not want to be the person to say, "Well, you didn't have a real relationship with your father." I don't know. I don't know. Harry was very kind to his father in his book, very, you know, thoughtful, all things considered. But yet, there was a stark reminder that it just so happens that anytime there was an occasion when we went somewhere, well, there's a good chance there's cameras involved. There's going to be a story that is going to result from it. There's going to be some way that you will look good. And I will look like what? Harry would gets the chance to look like that he's this very needy child who is unable to care for himself. Good thing that his father intervened. What's really heartbreaking, of course, is how do you explain the trip to the drug rehab where Harry is going on an official call with his father, and his father allows his son to be abused by the press. He wasn't just there for a visit, he was there because he has a problem. No more of a problem, and probably less of a problem than William has, but that's not the version of the story that the public would hear. Everybody had to help Harry along. William had to give him a helping hand, a hand up, hand out. Charles, they didn't pretend like Camilla was capable, but the Queen, everybody had to tell Harry what to do. That was the version of the story that they wanted to tell, is that Harry isn't capable. And this is the same thing that they did with Princess Margaret. They always made it seem like the Queen somehow was, I guess, pulling her sister along and keeping her out of trouble. What an awful thing to do. Okay, the Washington Post. This was in The Guardian. We've talked about this yesterday. That finally, Lewis, the was it Bill Lewis, William Lewis, John Lewis, whatever his name is, um, the editor of the Washington Post, Well, finally, someone has opened up an investigation looking into phone hacking. Some, I don't know, I think they said 15 years since the last time it was looked at or the last time it happened, whatever the case may be. I'm just glad that at least there is a start, and I hope that they don't lose their momentum. I say keep it going. Um, Jobo, Robert Jobson. Did we discuss this yesterday? Wait, I think this was something different. Let me make sure. I think this is something different. Nope. Bookmark. Okay. I'm gonna play it anyway. Just bear with me.
A really a buzzy time, and I think that most people now really do remember that with affection. But since then, she's had, they've had 3 young children. They've had to deal with quite a lot of issues quite recently with all that's been going on. But I'm sure, in time, and she'll be back doing what she was doing before.
How do you think she is doing now? Because I know her priority. She's always wanted to be a mum, first and foremost, as best she can do, alongside all of her duties. That's the most important thing. So I can imagine now it is just very much about family.
Well, look, at the moment, I'm sure the relationship with the king is strong enough that he realises that, and as to William, that they need to spend at this moment in their lives as much time with their young family as they possibly can.
I know what it was. I wanted to ask you all a question. Hold on. I put a cookie in my mouth. And then I'll continue it. Have you noticed that all of a sudden, Charles and Kate are so close and so inseparable? It is amazing how ever since the whole thing with this cancer started, well, I'm sorry, abdominal surgery that wasn't cancer, now it is. The prostate, enlarged prostate, there wasn't cancer, now it is. Ever since this has started, ever since they said Charles was at her bedside, before that, there was little or no conversation about Charles and Kate's closeness. There was that moment when they embraced, when Kate went to that 007 premiere dressed like the mother of a solid gold dancer. And then after that, nothing. And then because of the mysterious hospital stay, which happened after the mysterious run to the hospital in late December, then all of a sudden, they are bosom buddies. They are so close. Oh, they can't stop thinking about each other. They braid each other's hair, talk about boys, all that kind of stuff. I don't believe it. There has never been a connection there. Kate was not close to the Queen, but they keep pushing that. Kate hasn't been close to Charles. William ain't that close to Charles. And they keep pushing that. And then, of course, even more implausible, Kate and Camilla? Kate and Camilla? I'm going to tell you why that's a bunch of nonsense in a minute. But let me finish that. Let me finish playing that.
Goes so quickly, and as she is at the moment, obviously we are told that she's doing well. We only look at those last 2 appearances, the trip in Mikala and then at Wimbledon, but that must take an awful lot to be able to get prepared like that and have that whole eyes of the world looking at you and examining everything about you. So I think going forward, everyone will expect her to do what she wants to do in the way that she wants to do it, timing wise, because the last thing you want is to be rushing back. I think I'm told Queen Camilla is, trying to keep the king, telling him to slow down, but he just won't. And I think that it's fair for everyone to expect her to just do what she wants to do and how she wants to do it.
Mm-hmm. And this incredible bond that she has with King Charles. I mean, they were always fond of each other, but I think sadly, since both of them being diagnosed with cancer, it's an extraordinary time for any family, but they've become particularly close. They're a very tight unit.
I mean, if you think they were in the hospital at the beginning at the same time, and he went to see her there, and she spoke to him at a private lunch and told him exactly how she was going to break the news to the...
A private lunch. One private lunch, which may or may not have happened at all. I don't believe it.
To the public. She's the daughter he never had. You only have to look at every time they...
The daughter he never had, the daughter that he never had, that's the daughter he still doesn't have.
They see each other, his eyes light up. She's, they call him grandpa. He spends a lot of time with their children, and you only have to see the way that he is with Louis, for example, when he's playing up or something. When his grandpa always seems to be able to calm him down. So it's a lovely situation, and also she's a great level-headed, calm influence on the whole. When there's all this noise going around in other areas, she's a great calming influence.
She's able to do it. Well, let's hope, as you say, she is very much on the mend and we see her back, in full capacity as quickly as possible. Thanks so much, Robert. Like I say, I loved reading all those little bits about.
I want you to take a look at the photos in the background there. Take a look at the photos in the background. How many photos of Charles and Kate do you see there? How many photos? Aside from the balcony, how many photos of Charles and Kate do you see? And then on top of that, Charles and the grandchildren. The one photo during this little thing, whatever this is supposed to be, they mentioned Charles and Louis. The only image they had to share was at the Queen's Jubilee. Nothing else. That was the only time that the public has ever seen an exchange between Charles and Louis. I have seen presidents of the United States board the helicopter with their grandchildren. That Orange Menace, Joe Biden, and before that, oh gosh, you'd have to go back, wouldn't you? But I have seen children board the presidential helicopter. Charles is a head of state. How many times have you seen him flying with Louis, riding with Louis, talking to Louis? I don't suppose that they could all be in a confined space and there's not much of a conversation. But the thing is, how often are they even together? When was the last confirmed time that you know that William, who refuses to wear a kilt, refuses to wear his kilt, when was the last time that you've known that he's gone to Balmoral, aside from the Queen's death? I ain't even sure about that day. When was it? It doesn't happen. There is no closeness between Charles and Kate. There just isn't. And they have created this narrative like they just can't stop thinking about each other. It's a lie. It is a lie. That family does not work like that. It's not a family, it's a firm. Kat Harlem says, hello, everyone. On a separate note, we know Harry and Meghan unveiled their project when they're up and running. I wonder if Meghan was forced to announce ARO early due to someone else about to expose it. I don't know. I don't know, because they don't seem to have. Yeah, they don't seem to know what the Sussexes are doing most times. So, yeah, and especially to give the name of it, because all right. When a movie is in production or some other things that are in production, they have a working name, and then there's the actual name. Like some movies, they might call it something that is like the code name for the production before they actually give it the real title. So, and then of course the the jam and everything. So we know that there was going to be um some major things happening this year. And yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't believe it. If they were over there and they had to deal with the Kensington Palace crew, I would say it's possible, but they're away from all of that, and they don't seem to have anyone that leaks to them. I can't think of one successful leak that has come out of Montecito, um, that the tabloid media has been able to report. So I don't suspect they had any knowledge of what the ARO was doing. I think Meghan was very deliberate about the announcement, and it takes as long as it takes. But yeah, that's what I believe. But thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you so much for being a member. And thank you so much for being here. Remember, in Montecito, there are no leaks. So yeah, I would really doubt it. It's not impossible, but I just don't think so. I don't know, because if they had that much information, then they should have something else. They would have something else. But what do the rest of y'all think? Okay, a walking meat market. uh, yes, they've been close since they've been exposed, right? Mocking of science. Thank you. Uh, what's that? Oh, you mean this that we're watching right now? I don't know what that is. I don't. Oh, that looks like the Lorraine show. I think. Let me see. Hi, Kim Peaches. Okay, I'm looking at the comments here. Lex says, Charles, see people tolerate Kate. Wait, tolerate Kate, but not him. Kate divorcing and exposing 20 years of secrets isn't good. William bullied her family, but Carol got the drop on him. Carol's a survivor. Thank you so much for that, Lex. Okay. Okay. I'm just not sure how I'm going to talk about it, but give me a minute. Give me a minute. I have something to add to that. Let me see here. All right. Chuck doesn't give a crap about Kate nor his grandchildren. Okay. Yeah, he said that despicable thing. Okay, that's a good point. I think when it was released, they realized that the trademark was not finalized when the Rangers started digging. Huh. Yeah, to think about the trademark. Okay, there is a possibility that well, no, I think that's the name they're going to stick with. I mean, I couldn't imagine they would give it a different name because I was thinking, what if that's just the working name? But no, I'm sure that's what it's going to be. American Riviera Orchard. I don't know, you guys. Um, okay, that is a good point. ARO and archetypes were announced well ahead because the production houses want the buzz created around it. Yeah, it seemed like good timing to me. Just to get people to get on the Instagram, right? And that did work. I mean, there's like what, some 600 and maybe 700,000 people signed up on the Instagram. I mean, they are going to have um plenty people to market to at the very beginning. So, but it's a process. It's a process. They could have done all the work that they're doing right now without even giving it a title. You know what I mean? Meghan could have just put her name on there and sent out those jars of jam. So I don't know. I don't suspect that they will coerce into it because there could have been other ways around it without um giving away a title or information like that. So that is something to think about. I'm telling you, you really have given me something to think about. I guess I couldn't say it was impossible. Might be wrong to say that. And poor Jobo, poor chair. Poor Jobo and poor chair. I don't know if Jobo is sitting down or is he just leaning against something. I really can't tell. I think that there's a chair beneath him. Whatever it is, it seemed like it just disappeared as soon as he sat down. As soon as he sat against it. He's not really sitting down, he's sitting against it. Yes, he's against something. It may be a chair. I hope it's not a person. But whatever it is going to be pretty hot and sweaty by the time he gets up. Oh, check it out. There goes Afro Annie. Now, Flavor Flav, Afro Annie, and the British guy with the bucket hat. I think there's a rule that no two of them can be in the same place at the same time. And maybe Afro Annie, once she got away from Britain, decided that she tried to be a little more fly. So she put that bucket hat on. It looks cute on her though, right? I wonder if it has a Newport holder. Yeah, I wonder if it's got a Newport holder. Lynn E says, Baron, my birthday starts in 24 minutes. I'm sending a little something for the kitty. Your dedication is truly awesome. Thank you for all that you do. Keep up the good work, Baron. Well, thank you, Lynn E. And happy birthday in advance of. And thank you for being a member. And thank you so much for being here. And check it out. Wonderful to pop in on Olympic Village to cheer on athletes competing at the Paris Olympic Games. As president of the British Olympic Association, the Princess Royal has been attending events at the Games this week. There you go. She's at the village. She's all fly and everything, the way she's dressed up. Yeah, people are going to confuse her for Flavor Flav, won't they? Because, they both look so hip and so fly. They're both of African descent. I wonder how many people from like the media or how many hip hop fans have run up thinking that that was Flavor Flav and his security, only to find out that it's Afro Annie and her security. I wonder how many of them have actually talked to her thinking that it was Flavor Flav. And she's wearing that lanyard, right? And I'm pretty sure at a glance, a lot of people thought that was the Flavor Flav clock, right? But whatever the case may be, if it is Afro Annie or if it is Flavor Flav, I'm really starting to doubt myself now. But whatever the case may be, I hope that her are having a great time. Oh, and look, I think somebody on Twitter ordered an exorcist after seeing that picture of or seeing that video of Nana. It appears that someone on Twitter decided that an exorcist was due. So yeah, I'm going to agree. An exorcist is probably a good idea at this point. That way they can cast those evil spirits out of that. Prince Harry. I still cannot believe she did. Prince Harry. Did you see it? Let me see if I could find it. Let me see if I could find it. Oh, it looks so disturbing. It really did. It looked so disturbing the way she said it. Prince Harry. It kind of scared me. It did. It kind of scared me. Prince Harry. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I kind of sat up in my seat when she said that. I'm not embarrassed to say that she kind of scared me a little bit. Especially when she was like baring her teeth for no particular reason. Didn't that scare you? Scared me. Oh, Lord, I can't find it. Oh, well. It was fun. Date edit. Ah, fudge. I don't see it. I don't think I labeled it properly. That's what it is. I didn't label it properly. Okay, let's continue then. Okay. For the first time in 30 years, there was no royal at the flower show. For the first time in 30 years, no member of the royal family was in attendance at the Sandringham Flower Show, which opened to visitors today. King Charles appeared at the Sandringham Church on Sunday ahead of the show and thanked staff and volunteers. 20,000 visitors attend the 141st festival on the Sandringham Estate in Norfolk. Graham Brown, the event chairman, said it's disappointing that the king has prior engagements, but the people are here to see the show. Sandringham is changing the Royal Horticultural Society announced a new show would be held on the Sandringham estate in 2026 in a bid to deliver world-class horticulture to the doorsteps of members who may not have the RHS Garden Show, Royal Horticulture Show near them. Graham Brown, the chairman of the Sandringham Flower Show, said the future of the show is going to carry on. Sure, it will. There just won't be any royals there. I remember that other time when Kate, uh, remember when Kensington Palace brought a whole busload of children to the flower show and drew all the attention away from Fred and Gladys, Charles and Camilla. And by the time they got there, the press was so preoccupied with Kate and those kids that Kate made it to the front page and they did not. Now, remember, Charles and Kate are very close. All they do is think about each other, talk to each other, all that kind of stuff. That's how close they are. But yet, during their frequent conversations, no one mentioned to the other that they were going to the flower show, right? So Charles and Camilla, fresh off of their coronation, thought, oh my goodness, won't it be fun for us to go to the flower show as Mummy did all those years and get all that attention? Well, Kate had other ideas. Kate drew all the attention away from them. I'm just going to say it one more time. I do not believe that there's any great connection between Charles and Kate. I don't believe it. I will never believe it. It's all made up. For whose benefit is unclear, but it's all made up. I guess it's just for the institution, but they are not close. Otherwise, something like that would have never happened. During the whole ordeal of Kate and Charles and their mystery illnesses, it seemed as though they were working against each other, that there was no communication between the households. It seemed like Clarence House or Buckingham Palace had to rescue William from himself. Something happened. Something happened. And whatever they say, I don't think we'll find out. I just don't think we'll find out. It's not meant for us to find out, but it is probably just as sinister as it seems. Connie Balmer! This guy right here, the Ministry of Hats. Let's hear what he has to say about Kate. Love him. Let's see what he has to say about Kate. It has been so humid and the air has been so bad. I feel like I'm catching a cold. And I promise you, I have not been exposed to anyone sick. I wear my face mask. I never walk in the house without washing my hands. All those precautions, but I feel like my sinuses are bad. I think it's just, it's been really hot. And even though I'm like under the AC, I think that it's just the air's quality is really bad.
Weekend is in sight and happy 1st of August. You know the score. Come at me if you like. I really don't care, but comments are open. The British digital media continue to recycle, to dig up stories like this one from 2008, which, quite frankly, are painting Kate in a really poor light. What is happening? What do you think? Why are the British digital media recycling all this old stuff that makes Kate seem like a bit of a gold digger? Anyway, she's searching for their first home and won't accept anywhere owned by the royals. Their first real home together was rented, so I suppose she got that. As she tightens her grip on the prince, who tried to dump her, will this year see the triumph of weighty Katie? Oh, it just seems to me, and I might be wrong, so let me know in the comments, that Kate is being portrayed now as some sort of clingy villain that William couldn't avoid. Like, it was his choice to get back with her and get engaged and get married, but she's being portrayed as some kind of stalker that he couldn't get rid of. I don't know what's going on. Let me know. Have a brilliant day.
Okay. Well, thank you, Minister, Ministry of Hacks. Always a pleasure. Oh, okay. I found it. And no, I did not label it. Maybe I should do that now. I found it, and it is not labeled. Okay. I'm just going to call it Nana Teeth. And lots of them, right? Let me see here. And lots of them. Okay, let me see if I can make this work.
That King Charles may never be Prince Harry. Is he being selfish? I ask this as fears are growing that King Charles may never be Prince Harry. Is he being selfish? May never be Prince Harry. Be Prince Harry. Be Prince Harry. Be Prince Harry. Is he being selfish? I ask this as fears are.
Why, girl? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That was scary. You know, if I would have been caught off guard, you know what I would have done if she would have done that in front of me?
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
That's what you have to do. The exorcist should be the next call. The police should be the first call. Okay. Now, you guys, I have to walk a fine line right now. Now, this lady right here, I believe she's an American, and she always goes in on that institution. In particular, this whole Kate Middleton debacle. And she said what she had to say was so deep, she wouldn't even use names, right? But all of those things that we thought about William not showing up for the ceremony because somebody was found lifeless in a barn. And remember how we were speculating that that person who's no longer here may have had some connection to someone who has been sick this year, someone on sick leave, right? And that this caused a great big old, situation. So usually this lady is very forward about the things that she says. So if she can't talk about it on TikTok, I certainly can't talk about it here. But let me tell you, it was just kind of everything we've heard already, but she is convinced that it's the truth. That it's the truth. That maybe Charles was possibly going to have the granddaughter he always wanted. Scary stuff. Now, I don't know. I'm hoping that one of the, but anyway, if you want to get the entire thing that she had to say, You got to go over to TikTok for it. Let me see. Who is she on TikTok? I can't even see the name. Got your answer. Is that what it's called? Got your answer. No, got your average. Okay, or is it not? Oh, not your average. I don't know what it says. Not your average something. Oh, not your average. Oh, I can't even see that. Not your average something. Anyway, can you see it? I can't see it. Okay, Angela Stanley, you're on. You are actually getting there, aren't you? Yeah, that situation. But anyway, wow. I was just sitting there and I'm just like, holy smoke. You know, something happened, okay? I have to say something happened. All of those things captured people's imagination because we all know that it was something very serious and things were upside down. People were doing things that they normally would not do, right? Like missing certain things. And listen, Charles, I'm going to say it one more time. I know y'all sick of me saying this. Charles announced an enlarged prostate within an hour, maybe 2 hours after Kensington Palace announced Kate's abdominal surgery, right? And I just don't think it's logical. It's not strategic for Charles to announce a non-emergency surgery on top of another non-emergency surgery, right? Now, we all know that it was an emergency, but they say it was not an emergency. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? That's the best place to start is right there. Why would they announce a non-emergency surgery on top of another non-emergency surgery? Because that would be enough to draw the worst type of attention to that institution. I could see it announcing one of those things, but if Charles' situation was not an emergency, there was no need to announce it that day. They could have waited, but they didn't. They did it within an hour or so. Okay? Very strange. And in both cases, it's the two people that were accused of being racist. It was the two people who had surgery that was not cancer, then it became cancer. William missed his godfather's funeral, and then all those months later, or was it a year to the day, he missed the memorial service, a prayer service. Afro Annie went to the funeral, and I do believe Afro Annie went to their prayer service. William, the godson, was not there. Through Philip, they are related to the Greek royal family. The queen was very close to the king of Greece. William didn't go. And then they deliberately said, not one, but at least 5 royal reporters said that William's absence had nothing to do with Kate. But by the time Kate sat on that bench and said, guess what? I got cancer. Then all of a sudden, that's exactly why William didn't show up. Even though they bent over backwards and repeatedly said, nothing to look at here, folks. That's not why he didn't show up. Yes, we know somebody died over the weekend mysteriously. But it ain't got nothing to do with that, and it ain't got nothing to do with that. He just had an emergency. He had a thing. The day that all of this stuff doesn't mean something, that'll be the day when I tell you guys, well, I'm a millionaire. I'll send you a postcard from the south of France. Don't think any of those things are going to happen anytime soon. But there was something that went terribly wrong. And everybody knows it, especially those royal rodents. I don't think that any of them have all of the details, but it was pretty bad. And it had to do with Kate. Whether it was Kate's poor judgment or something, or it may have had to do with William and Kate and William's poor judgment. Maybe both of them. But something happened. And they're not going to tell us. If we ever find out, if anybody ever comes forward with the real truth, I'm telling you, it is going to that'll be the best season of The Crown ever, if they have the courage to tell the story as it really is and not otherwise. Eva Berglund, thank you so much for the super sticker and for being a member of Royal Sussex. Appreciate you being here. But I'm going to have to do another Where is Kate Middleton? But we're not going to call it that, of course. It's going to have to be, what happened to Kate Middleton? We're going to have to do that. And it's all going to be just theories and rehashing everything that we talked about before. Because for now, we don't have anything new to add to it. And I don't know when I'll do that, but maybe some months from now, who knows? But at some point, because I guess I'll wait until something interesting happens, and then we'll go over the whole sorted thing again, right? We'll wait for something interesting to happen. Maybe something will break. Ooh. Sonia Johnson, this is what everyone has been saying for months. We just don't have a way to make sense out of it at this point. But this story has all kind of stuff, body doubles. And Grumley, you're listening from the hospital. I hope you're okay. Well, you're listening, so that's a good sign. Ooh. I mean, it's so juicy. All I can say is, ooh. Let me see. But he's not telling. Well, listen. Okay. Do you all remember when they said that Kate may not be seen for 9 months? Right? That we may not see her for 9 months? Why 9? Why not 7? Why not 6? Why 9? Why just, 9 has always meant something in particular instances that it just couldn't mean anything else. but I don't remember who said it and under what circumstances they said it, but they said it. And this is nothing new. At the time, we were just like, 9 months, huh? 9 months. That's interesting. Wonder what that means. 9 months. Wonder what that means. See what I'm saying? By itself, any of these things, let me see here. Okay. I'm going to my, let me see here. I'm going to my archive here, and I'm trying to figure out who said the 9-month thing. Don't see it yet, but I'm trying to figure out who said 9 months. Somebody said it. And I forgot what the circumstances were. But it was kind of like they were trying to tell us something without telling us. And I'm just like, well, what does that mean? Okay. I'm coming up empty-handed. I don't see anything. But yeah, somebody was trying to tell us something. Okay. Well, until we know better. Until we know better. But you all, Kitty has been to hell and back. You hear me? Kitty has been to hell and back. Whatever happened or did not happen, somebody has been to hell and back. And I'm not even sure they're back yet. I can't even be sure they are back. They've been to hell, but I don't know if they're back. Oh, I tell you what, let me show you this that I just found. Okay. All right. Give me just a second here. Just want to show you what I just found. And I'm not even saying that it means anything, but I just want you to see it. Doesn't have to do with the months or anything like that. Just wanted to share it with you. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Let me try this one more time. Oh, okay. I have to do this a different way. All right. Take a look at Kitty's face. Take a look at Kitty's face. Sorry that it's so small, but let me see if I can make it bigger. But just take a look at Kitty's face. Kitty has been through the ringer. Kitty has been through the ringer. And I know it's just one photo. So, it could mean anything. But my goodness, I still think it says a lot. Let me try a closer one. See there? No exchange of words whatsoever. Nobody's looking at each other. And now they even got the kid doing it, just looking straight ahead. What is going on in that family? I mean, they got to know that this is not natural. I've seen images of the Queen in the car, Queen Elizabeth, laughing, with her lady in waiting or whoever, but this is always Will and Kate in the car, as though they're mortal enemies. Hello, Ivy here. Do you remember Baron? I commented on Kitty Cat, and I gave her 4 possibilities, and one of the 4 options included the 9-month possibility. Think it was on one of your community posts around March. I don't recall exactly, but as I said, the 9-month thing had been floating around a lot. And unfortunately, see, in the good old days, remember Rona Barrett? Rona Barrett. I think if Rona Barrett was still alive, she would have talked about it. Or perhaps, Joan Rivers. There's just a few people that would have had the courage to say something. But it's such a niche topic that remember how the guy exposed Bill Cosby at the comedy club? It needs that. It needs that. And some of the braver comics, like Ricky Gervais, am I saying his name right? If someone of his caliber were to comment publicly, in a forum where there's lots of media, just to get people talking about this, then we could have this conversation and somebody would say something. But until that happens, we have to feel sorry for her because she appeared on the bench. And that just took away every possibility of us finding out what happened during that period of time. And there was some squatties that said, why are we talking about this? Damn it, because it's interesting. It's interesting. And you cannot say, oh, they're not over there anymore. This has no effect on them. Just like the mafia, you never are free of that institution. I don't think anybody's ever had the possibility of being free of it. They don't let you walk. They don't let you get away. When it's convenient for them, it's one big happy family. When it's inconvenient, you're still family. So I don't know. It's one of those things that is gonna nag and bother me until we finally hear something. And I do want to know, and I do think it matters. I do think it matters. Uh yeah, but after she got older, after Joan Rivers got way up there, I think how old was she when she died? Uh Joan Rivers was a lot like the Orange Menace, a loose cannon. And sometimes she would just say things without even thinking about it. I don't think she was very strategic about her words toward the end. So, or who else is crazy enough to say something but probably never would? It's because she's probably not even interested. But Roseanne Barr. It's got to be someone who's a little bipolar. Not to make fun of anyone who's struggling with mental health issues, but where is the bipolar comic when we need one, huh? We need someone who's either bipolar, on the spectrum, or something. That's what we need. A truth teller. We need a truth teller. And then we'll know. Then we'll know. but it's got to be somebody with enough authority to blurt it out and to get people talking about it. Because I still want to know. This is going to bother me. This is like getting to the end of the puzzle and you realize one of the pieces are missing. This is going to bother me because I want to know where's that missing puzzle piece. It is very interesting to me. Truth is stranger than fiction, and I think the truth is far more interesting than fiction in this case. But something happened, and we may not find out, but if we ever do, I am here for it. Okay. Let's see. Pixar from when? Oh yeah, this is from Israel Del Toro. Oh wait, Leg says, "Where are those jewels?" I remember William pointing at. Oh yes, thank you very much, Legs. There is the curious case of the missing jewels. Maybe somebody's uncle on either side of the family, really, but maybe somebody's uncle had to knew some people who could, I don't know, chop it up, melt it down, sell it on the black market, something. Mystic Toxin, thank you so much for being here. And thank you again, Legs. So anyway, you guys know Israel. He was the guy that was on the stage with Harry at the ESPY Awards. He posted some photos that he's sure we have not seen yet. There's this one. And there's this one when they were walking backstage. We kind of saw this, but maybe from a different angle. And this one. So he wanted to share that with everyone. And oh, I think this is it. Is this the last thing for tonight? It sure is. Faith Wilson, I saved this from a while ago. It has been ever so wonderful to see more of Harry and Meghan walking in love, being a fine example to all who witness them in their love, living and loving on people in need of support and healing. I thought that was beautiful. That's why I wanted to share it with you. And that is one of the reasons why we're here. Because they are who they are, and because their values are very similar to ours as a group and individually, and also because, with social media, it has been so much easier to push back against injustice. It really has. It's so much easier to push back against injustice. It's not always the best way to do it because, nothing beats a handwritten letter. Nothing beats taking to the streets and protesting and such. But there's a new battleground and it's virtual. And for some of us that are older that can't take to the streets as we would have in the past, this is a new frontier. This is the best we can do some days. So, but either way, we do what we can. We have to use our voices whenever and wherever we can. So thank you all so much for being involved in this battle, not only for the Sussexes, but for Simone Biles, for the future president of the United States, for anyone who has been mistreated based on their race or gender or sexual preference, whatever the case may be. There are all kind of groups out there, and there's all kind of people that you can caucus with, you can fellowship with, and some of us belong to several groups. But whatever the case may be, just be very mindful when you're confronting people. Don't threaten anybody. Don't use the wrong language. And don't make it personal because it is virtual. It's not like you'll ever meet most of these people. So, okay, so that's it. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all being here. Love you guys. Thank you, as always, for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. And we will be celebrating another birthday tomorrow for sure. Already know that. And prayers again for Jerry White, who is recovering as we speak. She's been sick, but I think she said she's out of the hospital or she's on her way out of the hospital. Gosh, I forgot already. But yeah, so thank you, and thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, I made 2 edited videos today. There's one about why Harry and Charles are not speaking, and the other one is about Sunday morning with a bonus feature at the end. So do make sure you try to watch those. What has happened since January? Yes, it has been quite the year. It has been quite the year. Meghan promised that they were going to have a busy year, and they have. So I'm looking forward to it. We're just over the how many days left this year? There's more days gone than there are days coming, right? So we're well past the midpoint. So, but we still got months and months to see the Sussex's new projects because they have the Harry has his Polo and Meghan has ARO. And I can't think of anything else that's coming, but we know those 2 are. So, and Meghan's birthday is coming up. Oh, Meghan's birthday. I forgot to mention that. Oh, you guys, don't you love the way that they had everything set up to try to take attention away from Meghan on her birthday, right? With that stupid book. But I suspect that nobody is going to be paying attention to anything to do with that book because y'all know Meghan always rolls something out for her birthday. So this was just a start. I'm sure there'll be more coming. There's always a rollout for Meghan's birthday, and we are here for it. So yeah, but that was very, very shrewd and brilliant on their part. Make the announcement today. Everybody's gonna be I love it. Checkmate. 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 I love it. Yes, Sunday, right? Sunday. So, which is also the Queen Mother's birthday. You know, the Queen Mother who left about $8 million for Harry. That Queen Mother. You know, that yellow-toothed, snagger-toothed old woman is I feel closer to her now than I have ever. Usually I only think of her when I see somebody drinking some gin, but now I have more reasons to think about her. Oh, absolutely, Adrian. Absolutely. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. This is going to be. Oh, and Barack Obama's birthday. Yes. Thanks for reminding me. Barack Obama's birthday. 3 historic figures born on the same day. Oh, you're waiting to see what Meghan has to offer. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that got their checkbooks, their credit cards ready, just waiting to see what's going to happen. Yes, that wasn't that wonderful. I loved that Joe Biden went there. Uh, what was it, yesterday? Day before yesterday? And then, of course, that way he wouldn't take that away from Kamala, right? The fact that Joe Biden and Kamala are so close to each other. And listen, there's going to be some people that will question the timing of everything that has happened with the president and the vice president. But whatever the case may be, the vice president has been loyal to the president through and through. Because trust me, if there was a hint of dissension, if there was just a hint of it, we would have heard about it by now. And there's been absolutely nothing. Can't say the same thing for the last president and the vice president. The last president almost got the vice president snuffed out, right? But between the Obamas and the Bidens, between the Bidens and the Harris Inhoffs, nothing but solidarity. And that's a good thing. I think it makes life better for everybody involved, and it's better for the country. Can't say that for the last person that was president. No way you could say that. The last person that was president did nothing but humiliate the vice president. And it's just not supposed to be that way. You're on that ticket as a team. Even if you don't know each other, you get to know each other. The last time that I know a vice president that had been so mistreated was Harry Truman. Harry Truman was left out of the loop, left, right, and center. That was the last time a vice president had been mistreated that bad. And then there was Mike Pence. M. Covington, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, Squaddies. Much love to you all. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciate you being here. So they're going to flip Texas. Is that what you're saying? They're going to flip Texas? I think they can do it. I think they can do it. They're going to flip Texas so bad that the governor of Texas is the governor of Texas. Somebody's going to tell him, by the way, did you know we have rats in the cellar? They're going to be telling the governor of Texas that there's rats in the cellar. If you know, you know. But that's how bad, excuse me, that is how bad they're going to flip Texas, is that somebody is going to tell Governor Abbott, did you know we have rats in the cellar? That's so bad, ain't it? I know. That's terrible. I should be ashamed of myself. But yeah, they're going to flip Texas so hard, he's going to listen to them singing Postcards to Daddy. That's how bad they're going to flip it. And Florida too. Yeah, I think Florida and Texas are ripe because during the pandemic, a lot of people moved from the blue states to the red states. And I think they are ripe for the picking. Texas more so than Florida. A lot of people have left Florida. Florida is actually losing people because the insurance companies are dropping people. The housing market is outrageously high. You can still find some bargains in Texas, but Florida, not so much. Florida's a bad luck state. I hate to say it, but Florida is bad luck. Marshall, you about as bad as I am. You're about as bad as I am. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Let me see. Well, the key to everything, I believe, is to get the young voters engaged. And there's something about the vice president's candidacy that has brought so much excitement to politics right now. So much excitement. Thank you, Marshar. Hillary gave a nice extra endorsement to Kamala Harris today. And you know, I think that the time is right. I think the time is right. The momentum is there. The time is right. And again, this is why they don't like Twitter or TikTok, because TikTok has been a gold mine for the Gen Z. It has been a gold mine for the younger generation. They have been able to define messages outside of the traditional media, right? So, in a way that you couldn't do it on this platform, in a way that you can't do it on Twitter, but Facebook, oh my God, Facebook is for old people like myself. I still have a Facebook account. I've had my Facebook account probably since 2007. I've had it a long time. I remember when I got my Facebook, there were more people on MySpace than Facebook. But I didn't want to use MySpace because I felt like Facebook was probably better or different or something like that. And just think, had I invested in Facebook at the time when I thought it was going to do some extraordinary things, just think how much money I would have right now. Oh, thank you, Connie Bomber. Thank you. Thank you. It's still going to be close. It's going to be close. It's still going to be close. There's going to be a lot of people making up their minds at the last minute. There's going to be a lot of people trying to interrupt the votes and everything. I've already received my voter registration card. I think I just got my voter registration card in the mail. And then I'm going to do the vote by mail ballot. So as soon as I can vote, I will vote. And the best thing is they even send you a confirmation that they received your ballot. Oh, the TikTok sleuths. Yes. Yeah, I barely look at my Facebook account. I almost don't mess with it at all. You guys, it's like a no-brainer. The election is a no-brainer. They tried to destroy the federal government. They tried to interrupt the votes being counted. They were trying to disrupt the certification of the election. They were trying to disrupt that. They were trying to convince Mike Pence to refused to conduct his constitutional duty. The vice president's job is to validate. They have to sign off on. It's kind of like King Charles. It's not a question of are you going to sign it? It's when you're going to sign it. But you're going to do something, right? Do not be confused that you're running things. Just sign the paper. And that's the same thing with the vice president. There are very few constitutional duties that the vice president has. Very few. The election is one. But the most famous, of course, is the tie vote in the Senate. The vice president presides over the Senate. There can never be more than 100 senators. It's stuck at 100. And Congress, the House of Representatives, it kept growing till they got to 435. And then they said, okay, we're not going to do this. Keep adding more congressmen or congresspeople. We're going to cap it at 435. And then at that point, we'll divide the amount of people in the congressional districts. And that's how they're going to do it in the future. So that's what they're doing now. So there can't be any more congressional members either. However, they may add some people to the Supreme Court. The Constitution does not limit the Supreme Court to 9 people. It wasn't always 9 people. I think the last time it was 7. I think they went up to 7. And before that, even fewer. So there's no anything in the Constitution that says there's only got to be 9 Supreme Court justices. I think they'll go to 11. I think 13 would be kind of unlucky. So they'll go to 11. No, I did not see that, Denise Marcus. I did not see that. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. I have donated in the past, and also I volunteered for Mondale Ferraro. I repeat, I volunteered for Mondale Ferraro. Yeah, did Walter Mondale, is he still alive? I don't remember. I don't think so. I was so shocked when Eleanor Mondale died, his daughter. I'm just like, she died kind of young. That was a shock. She died before her parents, I believe. Oh, yeah, the 18-year term limit. That's a good idea. You see, when they said Supreme Court justices could serve for life, nobody knew that people would live so long, right? Nobody knew that people would live so long. When they made that rule, it was surprising that people lived to their 70s, let alone 80s and 90s. So, yeah, that's a good idea. And if it works for the Supreme Court, I think it should work for Congress too. I would love to see some term limits on Congress. And I do believe all of the federal judges are lifetime appointments, right? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, Trump said we won't have to vote anymore. It won't even matter. Just put me in there and I'll show you what voting does for you. You won't need to do it again. Yeah, Clarence Thomas is and to think that they didn't they put him in place of Thurgood Marshall? Didn't they replace Thurgood Marshall with him? God, there's a picture of Clarence Thomas and his wife. Every time I see it, I'm just like, it just makes me so angry. It really does. Just like that picture of that person wearing a blue dress, pretending to be somebody else in a blue dress. I cannot tell you the type of reaction that triggers, because I don't want the authorities knocking on my door. But every time I see that person in that blue dress pretending to be somebody else in the blue dress, I'm not proud of the thoughts that go through my mind. It's that, you know how it's just that one thing? You know how it's just that one thing that bothers you? That's the one that pushed me over the edge. When that one person put on that blue dress with that big stupid grin on their face, pretending to be somebody else in the blue dress, it triggered something. That's all I can say is I felt triggered by that. And I'll leave it at that. It's a good thing I'm here and they're there, and that we'll probably never be in the same space at the same time while they're wearing a blue dress pretending to be somebody else. It's a good thing. I would definitely hurt somebody's feelings for wearing a blue dress, pretending to be somebody they're not and could never be. Good thing. Yep. That would be the one that would have me in the papers. That's the one that would have me in the papers. That's the one where they'd be like, I've never seen anybody that fat and that old move so fast. Yep. Me either. Me either. But that's the one that gets me. That is the one that really bakes my noodle. I don't know why. I don't know why. But whoever said that imitation is the best form of flattery, first of all, it is not. And second of all, that's not the whole quote. There's more to it. But yeah, that one right there bothers me. Okay, it's been 2 hours. I'm going to say goodnight. Love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Yep, wearing the wrong blue dress in front of the wrong person could cause you to lose hair extensions. Yep, you could lose some hair extensions from wearing the wrong dress in front of the wrong person. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it'd be hair extensions all over the M. And all the rest of the alphabets. That's how much that bothers me. I mean to tell you, it's just that one little thing that really bothers me. That's it. The other stuff, I'm just like, who cares? But that one image is seared into my mind, and I just cannot get rid of it. I feel like I want to hear hair extensions popping. That's all I could think of. Okay, so let that comfort you as you sleep or as you start your day, and I will see you all later.